Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between KiWiKaKi versus iNSUP, this game taking place here on Northern Isle. Orc versus Undead in this 1v1 matchup. Undead spawning over here on the top right hand side of the map as the red Undead player going up against KiWiKaKi, who is the blue Orc. I'm looking forward to this particular game, see what these players bring to the table. I believe this game was taken from Zero Effort League. There's got to be a story behind this particular league that I just don't know. All right, who has the best nickname in Warcraft right now? By the way, my money is on iNSUP. Uh, Best nickname? I don't know. Just saying best nickname. Like name that strikes the most fear. Um, I don't know. Like Happy's strikes a lot of fear. Um, just because he's very powerful Western player. I was watching Todd's stream yesterday, and then Todd was playing Infi on W3 Champions and he asked him, "Hey, why aren't you playing in my tournament?" To which Infi coldly responded, "Because I am not a pro gamer." And I was just like, and it just brought a smile to my face, like, and also makes me a little bit sad about the state of Warcraft 3 and the state of the professional scene. Um, so, for those of you guys who don't know, Infi was a former pro gamer, very, very popular, is very, very strong. But now Infi doesn't play in tournaments because playing in tournaments uh, actually would hurt him economically. It makes more sense for him to just stream and get his guaranteed money than try and play a game and not be able to stream at a chance at winning, right? So that's the state of Warcraft 3 and well, things that professional gamers and the esports industry has to deal with, right? So like so Infi's like, yeah, I can't, if I can't stream my games, if I set aside 4 hours of time, I actually lose money. He could play online. He could play online tournaments then. Yes, that is true. But part of being a streamer is interacting with your audience, being entertaining, right? It's the entertainment value and knowing that what you're seeing and you can interact with your professional player or with whoever that entertainer is, right? If you look at, chess streams, right now, like chess is very, very big. Thank you, Queen's Gambit. What Gotham Chess, all the GMs and IMs out there. It's very entertaining, but it's entertaining because you can interact with them, right? As soon as you take that interaction away, well, you feel like you're in a lonely pandemic, all right? So, well, we are in a lonely pandemic. Well, you feel more lonely. How's that? So, so basically, that's why it works. But if you are if you are trying to like stream and you're a pro gamer and you're trying to stream online games, or a stream tournament you're in, you open yourselves up to cheating. Now, another reason why Infi, if you guys have watched any of the Infi replays recently, there's a beautiful battle going on between KiWiKaKi and iNSUPERABLE. But here I am talking about Infi and the state of Warcraft 3. Hopefully you guys don't mind a little bit of nerd talk going sideways. But anyways, the reason why Infi gets more viewers is because Infi plays interesting non-meta strategies, and that's his way of being able to get more viewers. If he were to really try and play as a competitive pro gamer strategy, his strategies would look much more similar to Happy, in that well, there's a saying, there's a saying that says, like, I don't fear a chess player who knows 10,000 openings. I fear a chess player who's played one opening 10,000 times. And that's exactly what Happy is. Happy has gotten to a level in his craft where he may not be constantly reimagining and reinventing the game. Awesome micro. I could never ever beat him and on any day of the week. Awesome, right? But he plays it so effectively well that he wins a lot. The problem is it doesn't garnish or it doesn't make for repeatable long-term watching as a streamer. And as a streamer, you also have to put your content and the number of viewers you have above winning sometimes, right? And in order to do that, you, as a professional streamer, you are winning when you have more viewers, even if you're playing Warcraft 3 and losing. So it's this weird dichotomy that we've set ourselves in and put ourselves in this day and age. Dark Ranger coming in second from INSUP. Death Knight still trying to push across, and without that unholy aura, the Crypt Fiends are just lagging behind significantly. The Death Knight, well, not being able to give unholy aura to the Crypt Fiends just make it that much more difficult for them to be able to, well, hit fleeing units, as we're looking at KiWiKaKi trying to retreat back with those Headhunter. Black Arrow almost finding, gonna go ahead and, no, Headhunter gonna get turned around. There's the denial, but a skeleton still pops up anyways as a Death Coil being thrown down here. Tauren Chieftain now back out onto the battlefield. Scroll of Speed quickly being used. Go ahead and heading back. That's good because I only know London. That's... I don't even know the London system or the Sicilian or any. I know the names because they're talked about. It's kind of like watching professional poker, right? Just like, raised under the gun +1, raised from. I'm just like, okay, yeah, I've heard the words. Don't know really what it means. Tauren Chieftain throws down a stomp. Death Knight still sitting at level 1 here. Dark Ranger continuing to lob those black arrows. Chain Lightning trying to finish off that last Crypt Fiend there. And the Spirit Wolf may be able to get it or get that last hit, as there is no unholy aura. Without iNSUPERABLE's unholy aura there, that is a big disadvantage. However, that Crypt Fiend seems to be able to run back away still pretty consistently. Those Spirit Wolves not quite fast enough. Death Knight now down to 200 hit points, taking a lot more damage than he was bargaining for, as KiWiKaKi really punishing his opponent's hero, but it hasn't really translated into, well, damage onto the field. What is this Headhunter doing? That Headhunter needs to back away, but it's trying to get away from the rest of that undead army as well. Gonna go ahead and run off to the side. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 1, Dark Ranger sitting at level 1, Spirit Wolves gonna easily get focused down here as the Crypt Fiends have pretty much free shots. And what is this? This is like a bridge too far scenario where both sides are just separated. Reinforcements pass through their opponent's units, and that is just a bad day indeed. Death Knight still sitting only at level 1 here without unholy aura, having a difficult time trying to run away even from a Farseer. All right, Death Knight now trying to retreat back. Maybe I should study. Chess a little bit more as well. Anyways, Death Knight coming across. Death Coil saving up that Crypt Fiend here. Death Knight sitting at level 2. Finally, Dark Ranger finally on the board at level 2, picking up a potion of replenishment in SUP, able to heal back up. Dark Ranger as the second hero over the Lich. Interesting call, as we are at Black Citadel, but I still don't see a Lich as of yet. Farseer eyeing on that Death Knight, saying, I really want to disrupt some of that healing. I don't want to risk my Farseer in that scenario. All right, Dark Ranger, yeah, that Dark Ranger second was opened up for a weird push that I don't believe KiWiKaKi was expecting. A lot more skeletal minions out onto the battlefield before shamans with Purge and Spirit Walkers could really get going. And that really was the reason why that battle just seemed to last forever and a day. We're finally seeing a little bit of creeping coming in at the 9-minute mark of this game, and this is an important strategy. INSUP really transitioning pretty well. Normally you see undead at least get to level 2 on their Death Knight first before really harassing, and instead what we're seeing is INSUP did a really good job stemming off some aggression from KiWiKaKi while putting in harassment of his own. And now he has this he has an army that can easily walk around the map pretty quick. Was a skeletal minion getting finished off here? Easily walk around the map and be able to level up. Add in the fact that there's an Orb of Corruption on that Lich, and those Crypt Fiends are going to be dealing so much damage now that there is, well, great reduction in armor. Tauren Chieftain, however, is sitting at level 3, which is always a power spike in the Orc army there, landing a larger stun overall. Farseer should be following this up with level 3 fairly shortly, either level 2 Spirit Wolves or Chain Lightning, both of which are going to be effective at taking down that back line of Crypt Fiends. All right, Tracker, you can see Inner Fire only +1 armor, and it is not even getting healed at all. Oh, one more shot would have been enough right there. Headhunter said, thank you very much. I will finish that off and get that experience. And, well, try to get level 2 or level 3 on that Farseer. A giant stomp coming in from that Tauren Chieftain there. No Lightning Shield on that Tauren Chieftain. That is a big surprise. Wand of the Wind picked up there. Death Knight has the Wand of the Wind and now picks up constantly as that Tauren Chieftain is in the air once more. Are we going to see a stomp from that backside, back line? There he goes, puts his foot down. Only catches 2 Crypt Fiends, though, as the Farseer being forced to retreat back. The Swirl of Town Portal was almost too far away as one Headhunter, or is it a Berserker now? It looks like it is a Berserker now, gets taken down. Tech to Fortress already completed. Tauren Chieftain getting in a Clarity Potion for good measure. Farseer still sitting at level 2, and the Death Knight and the Dark Ranger sitting at level 3. Level 2 Black Arrows as well. So we should be looking at more minions here, but really, INSUP needs to get to level 3 on that Lich quickly to try and, well, follow up the Death Whale with a level 2 Frost Nova. Claws of Attack +9 on that Lich there. Where is there Claws of Attack plus? I didn't see the Claws of Attack +5 dropped anywhere, unless it was the +9 that we're talking about. Magnetar Reaver going to get cleared up here. And, well, Death Knight staying at level 3. Oh, Death Knight purposely backing off. Dark Ranger also backing off, trying to get more experience to that Lich. Lich may actually be able to do exactly that here off of this and getting a Pipe of Insight. All right, if Undead didn't have mana problems before, they definitely don't have mana problems now, as the Lich gets a Pipe of Insight. And, well, normally you wouldn't think that Undead wants that Pipe of Insight, but what ends up happening is that Obsidian statues end up becoming, well, they're forced to try and transform into Destroyers. Once they are all out of mana, they really don't have or can't really do all that much. But with that Pipe of Insight, you're going to see that that Obsidian statue is going to be able to keep this army going for much, much longer, not be forced to transform into Destroyers, and by not having to transform into Destroyers, not be a liability against this Berserker army. Units are still trying to engage here. Death Knight Illusion wandering out a bit. We are looking at what improved Troll regeneration for those Headhunters and other units. Too bad the Shadow Hunter doesn't actually benefit from that Troll regeneration. Berserkers are going to get trained up here. Where are the units going to try and engage? Here we are from that backside there. Damage going to be adding in, and here you go. Obsidian statue now being forced to retreat back here. We're going to try to get some Devour magic here. Tauren Chieftain in that frontline spot has Cloak of Flames and a Lightning Shield. If that damage on that, if that wasn't high enough before, add in Lightning Shield, Cloak of Flames and Lightning Shield, and that damage is simply through the roof, as well as that Tauren Chieftain was, I believe, silenced for a second. There is more damage here. Another Lightning Shield could be going down. Death Knight, what is going on here? So much damage coming across. Frost Nova onto the Farseer, taking it down. Death Knight now trying to retreat back. So much damage going back and forth as the Dark Ranger escapes at 113 hit points. Oh, that is absolutely scary. Lightning Shield coupled with Cloak of Flames on a Tauren Chieftain who is getting close to level 5. Meanwhile, that Farseer was taken down at level 3. We're looking at 3 level 3 heroes coming in from the Undead who should be transitioning to level 4. Bloodlust did come online, but as we know, Bloodlust is a bit of a liability. As well, the destroyers well look at that and say it is absolutely delicious, but the berserkers with endurance aura and berserker rage and bloodlust end up getting a very fast attack speed and are able to poke down armies and focus them down quickly as well. Death Knight, Unholy Aura moving around quickly, Lich sitting at level 3, Dark Ranger sitting at 4, and well, not much of a power spike at all, but still, you gotta be weary as the undead army just gets slow, easy progressions until, well, their late game is just that powerful. This Tauren Chieftain is playing League of Legends. Yep. And actually, that's a very good analogy right there. Just playing a MOBA, that Tauren Chieftain going straight for the wave, making us trying to clear the wave, and then having enough support there. All right, Shaman. Well, it is that Khadgar's pipe of insight that could be the difference. All of these shamans don't have that much mana, and without that much mana, well, that resource and that faster attack speed is rather limited. Farseer sitting at level 3. There is a reveal from that crystal ball, I believe. And now I believe that crystal ball, I believe, was sold. Death Knight ready to move on in. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Lich is ready to go as well. Dark Ranger in that frontline spot. Devotion Aura and Scroll of Healing to try and offset that Cloak of Flames and Lightning Shield. And there is Bloodlust on the Tauren Chieftain. Bloodlust Tauren Chieftain wants to already make its way in. There goes a Purge onto that Death Knight. Illusion taking quite a bit of damage, as summoned illusions do. All right, both sides with scary armies. KiWiKaKi's army actually looking a little bit more scary just because you don't often see bloodlusted berserkers with frenzy as well. And yeah, this is still without frenzy. So right now it is average attack speed still. Tauren Chieftain will not go for level 3 endurance aura until level 7. The level 5, level 6 abilities are pretty much set in stone. Level 3 Stomp and, well, coming across here. There's the Lightning Shield. Where's the Stomp? I don't see the Stomp yet. There goes the Stomp once more. And the Cloak of Flames is still adding up damage. All right, Tauren Chieftain continuing to try and set things down here. There is Bloodlust. There is a Stomp followed by a quick Devour Magic. Tauren Chieftain is still racking up good amounts of damage here as he's going to go ahead and throw down another Stomp again. Shamans off to the side here. Headhunters trying to get a good semicircle across this undead army, collapsing in on them, making retreat a little bit difficult as the Farseer, well, down to 94, 53. Taken down. Level 4 now on the Lich. Obsidian Statue getting taken out in the process as well. Level 5 now on the Tauren Chieftain. There is a Stomp. There's a Lightning Shield. And there is so much damage right there. Crypt Fiend after Crypt Fiend after Crypt Fiend after Crypt Fiend lost. 4 Crypt Fiends lost from one Stomp there. All right, who's going to come out ahead? 42 supply compared to 51. Heroes are up for INSUP. Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 5 is going to be able to take down the Death Knight. Death Knight gets taken down there. Tauren Chieftain getting very close to level 6. Could finish things off. Lich does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability as the Headhunters going to go after perhaps an Abomination or two. Where are they going? There goes the Destroyer. An Abomination, is that denied? No, it's not. Tauren Chieftain now at 6, chasing after those units. And without Unholy Aura, you can see how slow the army actually is. Death Knight is going to get stomped. Yes, it does. Potion of Mana right there. But the one of Mana Stealing was not in time, trying to add in more damage again. Death Coil on, trying to save Death Knight. Tauren Chieftain out of mana, trying to retreat back. Dark Ritual. There's the denial, and well, pushing back the other way. Lich has another Frost Nova lined up. How much damage can it really do? Death Knight is chasing back. Unholy Aura coming back across. There's more damage coming across again. Tauren Chieftain trying to go after the Death Knight. Death Knight just trying to keep some separation as well as the Death Knight and Unholy Aura are off to the races. Lich saying, thank you very much. I have a little bit more mana again and again. Dark Ritual should be coming online off of another Dark Minion. And to get more mana once more. No, come on, where's the Dark Ritual? There we are. And now back up to 300 mana nearly. All right, that was an amazing battle going back and forth. Hiring up the Death Knight at the tavern was an absolute must to get Unholy Aura back online for faster movement speed. Thank you for the follow as we're looking at the Death Knight and Lich now making its way over here to the top left. Tauren Chieftain is sitting at level 6. Death Coil finishing off a Shaman right there. Tauren Chieftain throws down a Stomp, stuns down a couple of heroes. 3 level 4 heroes coming back across. Farseer sitting at level 3. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 6. That Farseer has to be very careful. It's almost a bit of a liability now when you're going up against such high-level undead heroes. All right, couple of Berserkers. Farseer, Chain Lightning could have perhaps tried to bounce things around. Shamans getting silenced, as well as, black minions are coming back out of the ground too. All right, Farseer finally on the board, sitting at level 4. Level 2 Chain Lightning, perhaps to finish off some of those units as the Obsidian statue, continues to heal up more and more. All right, that Brilliance Aura working overtime, giving mana to the Death Knight and the Dark Ranger. By giving mana to these units as well, it also lightens the load of the Obsidian statue and that Essence of Mana as the Walk of Shame to try and get a little bit more gold still underway. Main gold mines, about 2 minutes of mining left. A couple of peons could get taken down. Destroyers taking off into the skies here. And we're looking at, iNSUP with a 45 supply army against KiWiKaKi's 30. Never count out a level 6 Tauren Chieftain, though. We've seen what can happen, and they're stopped by a silence. Finally going to go ahead and use that Cloak of Flames to add in more damage again, but there was a slight delay once more as the level 5 Dark Ranger continues to charge. Death Knight a little bit behind as the Death Knight was out of action temporarily, as another, Black Arrow Berserker damage could be adding in again. One more final shot, and there is that a greater Dark Minion? No, it is not. It is level 3 Silence for an extra long there. Tauren Chieftain does have enough for a Stomp. Is he going to be able to Stomp? That is the question. Currently Silence, and he should be able to throw down a Stomp. There goes another 7 seconds once more. Cloak of Flames adding in so much damage. Tauren Chieftain also has a Potion of Mana, and you can see that the Cloak of Flames is trying to finish off some of those units, able to take down a Ghoul. All right, still running around. 26 supply here. Tauren Chieftain continuing to add up more damage. Does not have a Potion of Mana any longer. No more Stomps anywhere to be had as the Tauren Chieftain looks to try and, just stand around here and get some damage onto some of these units. Death Knight down. Death Knight trying to retrieve back here. Abomination still taking more damage. Tauren Chieftain completely being ignored. It's like the big brother in a fight. You just want to ignore him because, if you finally challenge him, things can go sideways for you very fast. Death Knight could get taken down to 28 hit points, down to 19, down to dead, as the Tauren Chieftain is now back out onto the field. Farseer does fall as well. Are we going to be looking at more damage coming across, perhaps going after that Lich? Frost Nova there's a Purge onto the Lich. Lich down to 312 hit points. There's a Stomp, more damage adding in. Cloak of Flames. Lich trying to back away. 1 or 2 more shots. Lich gets taken down. Tauren Chieftain is still alive. Another Stomp should be in order. There goes another ground-breaking round of attacks as the Tauren Chieftain is sitting at level 7. Level 7, level 3 Endurance Aura finally available. But the Tauren Chieftain cannot stick around this battle forever. Going after the Death Knight, going back the other way. Obsidian Statue trying to get in position. Traps trying to do a little bit of body blocking. Tauren Chieftain now faster than the Death Knight as we're looking at the Obsidian Statue getting taken out. Death Knight trying to bounce back around. There's a Purge onto the Death Knight, and there goes onto a Stomp. Death Knight could be in trouble. Down to 100 hit points. Is it going to be a fall? Down to 23, down to 10, down to dead once more. 30 supply compared to 24. Death Knight continuing to... Dark Ranger continued to try and carry this game as there was just an army of lesser or dark minions out onto the field. Tauren Chieftain could end up getting surrounded. Does he have enough for a Stomp? And yes, he does. And that damage is just adding up over and over and over again. He is completely surrounded, able to break free. No Voodoo Lounge. Voodoo Lounge in the very far back here, down to 226. Is he going to be able to Healing Salve? Yes, he will. Farseer getting resurrected here. Tauren Chieftain has another 2.5 minutes for reincarnation. There is no additional mining. iNSUP being forced to unsummon Ziggurats to try and train up units. Death Knight getting resurrected here. And, the Lich perhaps going to get resurrected at the tavern as you don't have enough money to build an Altar of Darkness and get that Lich back out onto the field. Coming back around, Tauren Chieftain, Lightning Shield, Cloak of Flames. What a crazy battle coming back across. Tauren Chieftain is going to be able to finish off. Yes, gets in more damage again. Destroyer finally finishes off things there as more damage adding in again. Tauren Chieftain going to be forced to back up. Are we going to see perhaps the Tauren Chieftain hang back just a little bit, get some damage onto some of those units as the Farseer now out onto the field? All right, Farseer out onto the field. Tauren Chieftain now down to 148 hit points. It should be able to healing salve as we are looking at, well, some purge onto the Obsidian Statue, and the Obsidian Statue getting taken down. 26 supply compared to 27 now. Lich now resurrected in the middle of the battlefield. Destroyer could turn around and try and devour magic on those wolves, as we're going to be looking at more damage adding in. All right, without Unholy Aura, you can see how quickly the undead army just completely falls apart. Are we going to see a stomp? No stomp. Tauren Chieftain needs to back away. Dark Ranger going after the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain down to 137 hit points. Units going back to the other side here. Dark Ranger continuing that battle. Damage adding in more and more. There goes a Shaman. Damage adding in as the Tauren Chieftain going to try and venture forth. Got to be very careful, though, that Death Knight could be just around the corner, and a long-distance Death Coil could, well, spell doom for a Tauren Chieftain who only needs to be alive another 45 seconds. The next 35 seconds is going to determine who wins this game. Tauren Chieftain, if he stays alive for another 30 seconds, he will be able to get back up again and do it once more. Bloodlust just trying to retreat back, buying precious seconds during this retreat all the way back home. And he does have enough for healing salves, but he is not buying it. What is going on here? You have the opportunity to heal up a little bit more. You got to take this. Every second counts now. Selling some items. There's the healing salve. Now uses it and just going to hang around in the back here. All right, Orc Burrows trying to fire back, trying to hide away. Dark Ranger, well, actually taking a bit more spears than he would want. Farseer is the only one that can really attack the air right now, alongside one Berserker. That Destroyer represents a lot of problems. 23 supply compared to 23. Tauren Chieftain ready to venture out once more. Wants to be able to get in some damage. No Clarity Potion. And, well, here we are. There goes that barracks now. And the Tauren Chieftain says, well, Tauren Chieftain says, I'm going to be trying to put my foot down. And are we going to put his foot down? There is silence. There's a purge. There's a stomp. Death Knight getting pressured already. Acolytes joining in on the battle. Everything matters so much as we're looking at the Tauren Chieftain trying to chase after that Death Knight. All right, so much chasing back and forth. Death Knight in trouble. Stomp, no, not coming in. Oh, double backing around again and again as we're looking at a silence go down on that Tauren Chieftain. Level 5 onto the Death Knight as the taken down. All right, sudden burst of damage. All of a sudden, level 7 on the Tauren Chieftain. He needed to keep that his partner alive, but that is just not what is happening, as there is just too much damage. And KiWiKaKi says GG. In the end, it was the team of undead heroes working together as the Tauren Chieftain was chasing around and around and around to try and finish off the Death Knight that ended up causing or just absorbing too much damage on that Tauren Chieftain. Farseer, once it was lost, burst down at the hands of a level 3 Death Coil, a level 3 Frost Nova. That was just the beginning of the end right there. Once the heroes got to level 5, that was the end. That sudden power spike of level 3 Death Coil, level 3 Frost Nova really changed the impact that a level 7 Tauren Chieftain could have. Absolutely a great game, back and forth between two, just a wonderfully played game, back and forth. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.